homemade hamburger buns or hot dog buns. I'm making mine organic, but of course ingredients can be interchangeable. So the first thing we do is I'm using a stand mixer bowl and I'm going to be mixing everything on stand, but you can do it by hand. Absolutely you can. I just like a little lazier. So it is 1/2 cup of flour, 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. I give that a little whisk. I add in 1 cup of warm water, about 105 degrees Fahrenheit, and you whisk this until it's smooth. Don't leave a bunch of lumpy clumpies in there. It only takes a couple of seconds to get it nice and wet. All right, and then we're just going to let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. It has been 10 minutes. It has bloomed. Everything's looking good. So now we're going to whisk together 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 egg, 1 1/4 teaspoons salt. I use fine Himalayan sea salt. And then 3 tablespoons of butter, which I have warming on my stove. Give that a little whisk. Make sure you get that egg broken up if it didn't break right when you cracked it. All right, and to that we're going to add 1 pound of flour. Weigh it out, 1 pound. We're going to take a spoon and we're going to mix that up. We're just going to mix that up until it's shaggy. You can either put this right on the stand mixer before you mix it up, but I just prefer to mix it up a little bit with the spoon so we don't have flour flying up in our faces. All right, that's about all I'm doing, just a little bit of a mix. And now I'm going to put the hook attachment on the stand mixer, and I'm going to give this a mix for probably about 5 minutes, but until it pulls away and it's kind of in a dough ball shape. That's the word I'm looking for, a ball shape. And you just put it on low or level 1. I have a KitchenAid stand mixer. And I'll do that for about, like I said, about 5-6 minutes. All right, it's been only about 3 minutes, but it is ready to go. Let me shut this off. Now you can flour your surface. I don't usually do it, but absolutely you can flour your surface. You dump your dough out. And then you're just going to gently roll it into a nice boule. Boule? I don't know. A nice ball that's nice and firm and shiny and smooth looking. So you push away and then keep fingers on the counter and pull in. And you just keep doing that until it's forming. You can kind of see how it's getting a nice smooth. So that's all you need to do. Then I already have a bowl with oil in it. You put it in, roll it around, you cover it up, and then you put it in a nice warm place for about 1.5 hours. So we'll see you in about 1.5 hours. It has been 90 minutes and the dough has doubled in size, so we're going to flip it out onto our counter, but I'm going to weigh my dough because I like to get equal portions. All right, so we're doing about 80 grams per roll. So I've cut about 80 grams, and then you take it and you just kind of pull it back on itself over and over until you have a ball. Once you have a ball, just kind of pinch it, roll it. You have about this. Now what you do is I want you to go in a circle. You use your thumbs and your fingers and kind of pinch it, pinch it, pinch it. So it's about 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch thick, quarter inch thick. I like to use my palm. It's sometimes easier than my thumbs. I leave less of an indent. And then kind of bring out the centers, because the center's a little fat. And that's about what you have. And then you just put that on your parchment paper and you go on with the next one. Continue doing this till your dough is all gone. I've got them all set out. They are going back into my warm oven. Now the oven is not on. I have a proofing button on my oven. So if you don't have that, you can just leave the oven slightly cracked open to keep them nice and warm. But you want them to have a second rise, and that will take about 45 minutes. So we're going to cover them back up. I'm going to put them back in there. And then we're going to put the egg wash on and the seasoning. Let's take a look. All right, so this is what they look like. Nothing special. They look kind of bland. We're going to take an egg wash, which is 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of milk. We're going to take our handy dandy little brush and we're going to give it a nice brushing. You want to be careful because you don't want to deflate the rolls. I mean, you don't have to baby them, just don't beat them up. Now while I'm doing this, my oven is preheating to 375 degrees. I like to put them in for 10 minutes and then rotate them, and then for another 10 minutes. If you have a convection oven, you can skip that step, but my pan is rather large, so this way I know that it's heating all the way around. All right, now they all have their stuff on it, so I like to I have 2 seasonings that are my favorites for them. I don't know, the light is really shining on it, but it is organic everything jalapeno. You can't see that, can you? Well, either way, it's everything jalapeno by Simply Organic, and I like to put that on there. I just love the way it gives it that extra flavor. It's a little salty, a little bit of kick. And then the other thing I put on is sesame seeds. So you don't have to put anything on. You don't even have to do the egg wash if you don't want to, but I just like the way it looks. And I love the jalapeno topping and the sesame seed. So I usually do about half with sesame seed and half with the jalapeno. Ooh, I think I need some more on this one, and this one, and this one. Oh, they just look so good. They just look yummy. All right, and then I use Wild Harvest Organic Sesame Seeds. It truly can be organic. Right, then we're gonna wait for my oven to preheat. We're gonna put them in. 20 minutes is up. Let's get them out of the oven. Look at those. That's good stuff. So now we're gonna let them cool, and I might just have to have a burger tonight because that looks amazing. All right, it's had time to cool. Look at that. Smells so good. I'm gonna cut it, show you guys what it looks like. Still warm, not hot though. And this is my hamburger bun. It's good. Especially, I love that jalapeno seasoning. Make yourself some hamburger buns. They're homemade. You can pronounce all the ingredients in them.